And a good afternoon, everybody. This is indeed the Michael K. Show. We thank you for joining us on this Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2025. I love you all. I love each and every one of you that listen, even the ones that don't like me. I like you. I love you. It's that sort of day. I feel in a great mood, but we are going to start off with a little bit of an argumentative Michael K. So the MLB Network puts out a list of the top 100 players in baseball. So they've been doing it for a couple of weeks. And the final list comes out today. And this is what comes out. The top player in all of Major League Baseball is Shohei Ohtani. The number 2 player is Aaron Judge. Number 3 is Bobby Witt Jr. Number 4 is Juan Soto. Number 5 is Jose Ramirez. Number 6, Gunnar Henderson. Number 7, Mookie Betts. Number 8, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Number 9, Francisco Lindor. And number 10, Bryce Harper. I'm not going to argue about the whole 10. I mean, they have all great players there. But you tell me, and you can mark me as Yankee boy if you want. I'm just trying to be a baseball fan and somebody who knows the game. How is Ohtani better than Judge? And please, all you haters, before you come with the postseason numbers, not about that. It's about the player you are during the regular season. Who's the best player? And Ohtani didn't have a good World Series either. And the reason he didn't have a good World Series is he separated his shoulder. So it was amazing that he played. This is not, I don't like Ohtani. It's not. And also, if Major League Baseball is going to say, well, he's also a pitcher. He hasn't pitched in 18 months. So how do you know what type of pitcher he's going to be when he comes back? And how do you know when he's going to come back? They're going to do a slow roll with him. He could come back at the end of May as a pitcher. We know he's a great hitter, but let's take a closer look, which is what we do. So there's a great follow, if you're a Yankee fan, called the Yankee Report on X. And they broke down Judge against Ohtani for 2024. These are the categories in which Ohtani beat Judge. Plate appearances, 731 to 704. Well, since Ohtani was leading off and Judge batted third, he's going to get those extra plate appearances. So that doesn't tell me that makes him a better player. The other one is run scored. Ohtani had 134, Judge 122. Well, Ohtani again batted leadoff. Judge batted third. He protected Soto, and there wasn't a Judge or a Soto behind Judge to drive him in as much as Ohtani was driven in by Freeman and Betts and the like. All right, so that's 2. Third category, strikeout percentage. Judge had 24.3% strikeout percentage. Ohtani, 22.2%. Minuscule to me. And finally, the other category in which Ohtani leads Judge, 59 stolen bases to 10. Okay, he's got him there. They don't want Judge to steal. Ohtani wanted to steal. He wanted to be 50-50. Probably wanted to be 60-60. He had an unbelievable year. He's an unbelievable player. Now let's look at the stuff that Judge is actually better than Ohtani. Average, 322 to 310. On-base percentage, 458 to 390. Slugging percentage, 701 to 646. OPS, that's on-base percentage plus slugging, 1.159 to 1.036. Home runs, 58 to 54. RBIs, 144 to 130. Walk percentage, 18.9% to 11.1. Fangraphs WAR, 11.2 for Judge, 9.1 for Ohtani. Baseball Reference WAR, 10.8 for Judge, 9.2 for Ohtani. Ohtani did not play the field. He was a DH. And I understand because he's coming back from Tommy John surgery, but even when he's healthy, he does not play the field. He starts at most 30 games a year. You tell me, you make a compelling argument for me that Ohtani is a better player than Judge. Now, if Ohtani had pitched last year and gave them 15 wins and ERA of about 2.5, then it's hard to say he's not a better player. But the information that you're judging off of is what happened last year. They were both MVP. Judge played center field. The metrics were not kind to him. Ohtani didn't play the field. Judge hit more home runs, and the thing that Major League Baseball is run by, every front office is a slave to WAR. He beat him soundly in both of them. So how is Ohtani a better player? The only way he becomes a better player is if he's a consistent pitcher. And as I mentioned, he hasn't pitched in 18 months. So on what planet can you say that Ohtani's better than Judge? I don't understand it. Are you projecting in 2025 that you think Ohtani is going to go back to being a dominant pitcher? And you know what? If I'm the Dodgers with all the pitchers they have, I'd much rather Ohtani just be a DH. Because when he's a pitcher, he's not going to be able to put up the numbers offensively that he did last year. So you're going to give it and you're going to take it away. He could be a dominant pitcher. We know that. But they won a World Series with him not even throwing a pitch and just leading off and being dominant. So the one thing that he leads in of any substance to me is stolen bases. But the other substantive analysts or analytical numbers, Judge leads in all of them. Again, WAR is the most important thing. They make decisions. They go to arbitration cases with WAR, and Judge beats them. So how is Ohtani better? The only way he's better, I repeat, is if he in fact pitches. I just think, and I hate to admit it, I think that there is an anti-Yankee bias, and I think that everybody involved in Major League Baseball is absolutely in awe of the skill sets exhibited by Ohtani, and they should be. He's one of the best baseball players ever, and so is Judge. And so is Judge. So when they're that close, you've got to look at the statistics. That's the only thing that you have that you can actually break a tie. Judge's statistics are far superior than Ohtani's. I don't understand. Is it because he's a Yankee? Is it because he didn't have a good postseason? Ohtani didn't have a good postseason either. Especially the World Series when he was hurt. So I don't understand. They choose MVPs only from the regular season. Judge won his, Ohtani won his. And Ohtani's team won the World Series. Not because of Ohtani. Not because of Ohtani. Because the Yankees having a fifth inning that will go down in history as one of the worst innings in World Series history. And because the Yankees decided to bring in Nestor Cortez instead of Tim Hill. Those are two big reasons. So Major League Baseball, I'm sure, wants to be provocative. They want to have discussion, which is what we're doing right here. And they're going to say that Judge is not as good as Ohtani. And they'll argue, well, second, it's certainly we're not saying he's bad. Yeah, but the number one is a big deal, right? Being the best is a big deal. That's why I say it's also important and significant that one writer who didn't vote for Jeter and didn't vote for Ichiro. It's important. Those things are important. Those are tiebreakers. So if you ask me and you take pitching out of the equation, what player do you want? And I want you all to answer this as well. What player do you want? I'd want Aaron Judge. I'd want Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge's greatness allowed Juan Soto to have the greatest season of his career, and this was already a great player. He had never had a season like this before. But the protection that Judge afforded him made him have 41 home runs and put together an unbelievable year and get this record-breaking contract, which he earned. We'll see what type of player Soto is with Pete Alonso behind him instead of Aaron Judge. So I don't want this to be a referendum, okay, is killing Ohtani. No, he's not. I think Ohtani is wondrous. And if you told me you could have Ohtani as a pitcher and as a hitter, and you could have Judge with what Judge brings, I would take Ohtani because of the pitching aspect. But you can only judge a guy, the best player in baseball, on what they just did, not what they're going to do. You can't project what they're going to do. So this is a referendum on what they've done. Judge has won 2 MVPs. Ohtani's won a couple as well. Judge has won 2 MVPs, should have won 3. was cheated out of it, literally cheated out of it. So now we're going to make him under Ohtani when Ohtani didn't pitch last year. So in what world was he better?